Hello and welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video. We sell all the coolest Japanese collectibles and figurines straight out of Japan, and you can check out more details about us in the description of this video, including our eBay store and our Facebook page. So today I've been trying not to do reviews of unboxed figures, but I thought this series was actually really cool, and I decided that even though I couldn't open these since they need to go out to a customer today, I would do a review of it anyway. But this is the dramatic showcase series that Banpresto started releasing a couple of years ago, and this is actually the very first set in the dramatic showcase series. And basically this series shows different scenes that happen in the One Piece series. So this particular series is when they leave the Alabasta Kingdom and they're saying goodbye to Vivi, although they can't say goodbye personally since they're pirates, and you know the princess can't associate herself with pirates. And they have that X mark on their arm because Bonclair, I forget his name, can shapeshift into people, so they make that cross on their mark. That mark on their arm for as like a secret sign, and the six figures go together to make this scene as they're leaving the Alabasta Kingdom. So 6 figures in total. Now the figures are always released separately in Japan, so you actually have to get each one separately. But we sell them as a set, so if you buy them from us, you'll get the set. But if you just wanted one figure, I don't really know why you would, to be honest. But if you did, then you know we could possibly organise that as well. Series 2, I actually don't know what scene that's supposed to be. I think it's from the Skypiea story arc. Series 3, which is my favourite, had 8 figures, and that was when Luffy's yelling at Robin in NS Lobby. Season 4 was when Shanks gives Luffy his hat, so that one just had 2 figures. And Series 5, which I actually do have handy here, so this was only released a couple of weeks ago, was, you can see their 5th season, is Luffy and Ace in the Marineford story arc, and that goes together quite nicely as well. So it's a really cool, it's probably my favourite figurine series in One Piece, because it really quite literally, tells the story and shows the story, and there's some really great scenes and things. I mean, even with this one, 2 figures, but very dramatic scenes. So that was the 5th season, but we're going to focus on the, if I can get this thing into focus, on the 1st season. So as I said, this one actually has 6 figures, and the boxes are pretty much all the same. So this is the front of the box. And this figure series is quite unique because you're meant to display it with their backs to the front, if that makes sense. So that's actually how it looks. And then that's the lineup. So they were released in like lots of 2 when they first came out. And then that's the front of the figure. So you can see that actually, I really love the detail in the wood and the railing for the ship. Mary was the first ship, I believe. The Going Mary. And that's sort of a close-up of how the 6 figures look together. So you can see it all joins pretty nicely. And actually that's a better view. So that's what it actually looks like when you put it all together. So it's pretty cool. You got the gold to animation sticker there. So yeah, so I might actually just show you the other figures just quickly, just so you can see them all. So that's Sanji. You can see even like the detailing on the hand, his beard. Like remember, you're not really going to see the face much, so they still put all all the detail in Chopper. It's a really light figure. Here's Chopper. I really wish I could open this and show you guys. It's a very rare and collectible figure set, this one. Even though it was released just a couple of years ago, it's become very, very collectible. I mean, this one's even more expensive than Season 3, even though Season 3's got 2 more figures. Just because it's that bit older and rarer. So, it is pretty expensive, this figure set, I'll be honest. But that's just what it is, you know, that's the collector's market, I guess. There's Usopp. Yeah, nice detailing there in his face. Even all the detail in his hat. And then the last one, Zoro. I mean, you could display it front on if you wanted to. You can see even the details in the swords, if I can get it in focus. Really wish I could have opened these to show you, but as I said, I had to wrap these up to send to a customer. So anyway, so that's the set. So they actually had a competition in Japan for people to take pictures of these, and you know, there were some really good entries, you know, people putting these on like a bridge with the sunset and that sort of stuff. So it really makes a terrific display. One thing I kind of wish they did was had Vivi, maybe had a 7th figure or even an 8th figure, and actually had like Vivi maybe standing on like a sand dune or something. I saw some of the pictures that, you know, fans submitted in Japan, getting like a Vivi from like another line, like the Portrait of Pirates line, and then sort of taking a picture of her in the kind of foreground, and then with the straw hats in the background. But it still looks a great display, and it's all pretty big when you put it all together. And Usopp, Nami, Luffy. So this is kind of what it looks like all together. So you can see it's pretty. The box is 180 by 120 by 190 millimeters. So that's about, what, 6 inches tall? So there they are in the order shown on the box, which is how they appeared in the anime when that scene happened. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Love to hear your comments, thoughts and opinions. I personally, yeah, I think this is a great set. I think it's one of the best display pieces to actually make in the One Piece series. Would have been nice to have a Vivi as well, but you know, it's still pretty cool. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.